الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده له فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah that today we get to gather again to seek the knowledge of Allah, to seek the knowledge of this religion. Indeed, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us in one of the authentic hadith, "May yuridullah bihi khayra yufaqihu fid din." Whomsoever Allah wants good to be done on him, He would grant him the understanding of this religion. So today, some of us are invited by friends to come over here, and you accepted the invitation. So, alhamdulillah, you accepted the invitation from Allah to be good. Some of us already know about this invitation, and we still steadfast to come. So, alhamdulillah, because this is a weekend of Hari Raya, so we have a lot of invitation for open houses. But still we are steadfast to come and seek the knowledge of the religion, alhamdulillah. So that's a very good thing to do. Couple weeks ago, if you remember, we talked about how to break the news of us wanting to become Muslim to our family members. So we talked about how we should ask Allah for help and be patient, and how we deal with our family members, especially our parents, when we break the news of our reversion. In Chinese, we have this saying of "Cao fu zhong sui kin ga yong." I say it in Cantonese. It actually means the ugly daughter-in-law will have to meet the parents-in-law eventually. So meaning the news has to be, you have to convey the news eventually. There's no way you can hide this forever. So we talk about that. Alhamdulillah, we share our experience, how we deal with our families. And inshallah, today we're going to talk about how we are ready to break the news to the Muslim community. So now we have told our parents. So today we want to talk about how we are going to blend into the Muslim society. So we're going to talk about, like, we're going to declare that we are Muslims to the existing Muslim community. To do that, there's also a challenge, because first thing first, we have to understand and we have to bear in mind that Islam is perfect. There's nothing wrong in the religion, but not the followers. So the followers are not perfect. Islam is perfect, but not the Muslims. So as we break the news to the society, you will see different reaction. You may see there are some Muslims are not very keen in practicing. There are some Muslims are very gung-ho about it. So as you break the news, we have to keep in mind that, you know, Islam is perfect, but not the Muslims. So you will see different kinds of Muslims. So today, inshallah, we're going to talk about I'm going to share with you how my experience is, and inshallah it's going to benefit some of us. So, especially, like, for example, when I went to the masajid, the mosque, right? The mosque here and the mosque in other country, or some of the masjid here, even here and in KLCC area and some other area, you may see people are practicing different things. You go to this masjid, you see, they are doing this. You go to the other masjid, they are doing something else. So you may find very weird. Like for me, for months, when I declare my shahada, for months I didn't go to the masjid, because I'm scared. I don't know I don't know the rules and regulation. So I don't know how should I do it. So I have been always either praying in Al-Khadim, or I've been praying at home. I don't really go to the masjid because I'm scared. I don't even know what are the rules. So Friday prayers, I don't even go. So some of my not yet Muslim colleagues, when they knew that I embraced Islam, so they said, "Hey, it's Friday. How come you're not there? You know, how come you're joining us at lunch here?" So I said, "Hey, shh. Because I'm scared. I don't know. For the men, it's difficult because we have to go for Friday prayer. Because I really don't know how to do Friday prayer, and I have not been telling the Muslim colleagues that I'm a Muslim. So there are things that you will see, funny things. You will see like what you learn. Like for example, the funeral prayer. The funeral prayer in this masjid is done in that manner. You go to a different masjid, it's done a little bit funny, So you have different things, but be patient, because we have to understand most of the masjids are built by the ethnic groups. So let's say that group, like in KLCC, you will see a lot of international people, right? You will see got a lot of people. So these people will influence the masjid in certain way. So you go to a Malay-centric area, you will find a very Malay culture. So you go to China, you see very China-centric. You go to Middle East, very Arab-centric. You go to Europe, you see different. So we have to be mindful about this. Don't be disturbed or disappointed by different ways, because you will see different things. So that's one. Similarly, when we start talking to the Muslims, like especially when you start telling, like for myself, when I told my colleagues that I'm a Muslim and I give my salam to them, Assalamu alaikum, then they may not reply your salam, because they're like, is this Chinese guy being funny or what? So they may not. They want proof that are you really a Muslim, or So there are things that when you start practicing certain basic things in Islam, like when we learn in Al-Khadim, when we accepted Islam, there are things the Sheikh always encourages us to do. When you see Muslim, give salam, because the Prophet ﷺ says so. Afshu salama bainakum, spread the salam. So when you see a Muslim, you say Assalamu alaikum. But you may see when you Assalamu alaikum, then people are like, okay. So that's one. So but don't be discouraged. Don't be like, how come you don't reply my salam? I just give you a salam. It's haram. No, don't. It's just be patient, because they may not understand where we are coming from. They may see like, hey, are you trying to be funny or what? Because there are people trying to be funny out there. Right? And also, when you start practicing, like before you eat, you say Bismillah. You will see other people, they don't say Bismillah, they read dua, and then they wipe their face, and then they start eating. So you'll be like, huh? What is this? And then they'll be like, how come you're not reading dua? They say, I say Bismillah, So you will see different reaction, because the levels of understanding of the religion among the Muslims varies. Some very practicing, some not really practicing. So you may find Muslims come to you, overwhelming Muslims, say, oh brother, you become Muslims, you should learn how to salah first, learn the movement. One guy can tell you, do this first, you should focus on this. And then the other brother will say, no, you should read the Quran first, learn Iqra, learn Alif Bata. Then you're like, huh? Like, yeah, because if you don't know how to read, then how can you memorize Fatiha? When your Fatiha is recited wrongly, then your salah is invalid. Oh. Then the other guy will say, no, you are brother, you should circumcise first. Because the uncircumcised man's prayer is not accepted. Huh? So many things you need to do. And then the other guy said, no, you need to quit your alcohol drink first, because you've been drinking for 20 years. You need to stop that, because Allah doesn't accept the one who drink alcohol. That you pray for many rakat, not accepted. So people can tell you many things, and you may want to do so many things. And then you have one overwhelming guy come here, no, you need to do everything. Iqra, pray, everything, circumcise, everything in one week. You have 1 week, you have to do everything. Otherwise, you start to collect sin. So it's tough. For us, we have to be selective. My advice to you is always learn what you have. Come to this class, learn something, and whatever you learn, you practice slowly. Don't be discouraged by all these overwhelming comments. And you may also find one guy and say, everything is okay, just Bismillah, do whatever, everything can, no problem, everything also halal, everything halal, do. Allah is forgiving, don't worry, just do whatever you want to do. And then they discourage you from learning. So my advice is always learn as much as you can. You even be among us, there are some very gung-ho. They want to learn a lot in a very short time, and there are ones like relax lah bro, don't want to learn. So my advice is always learn slowly in your own pace. Whatever you can grab, you grab, and learn from the stick with one organization like Al Khadim. Come to this place and learn, because when you start learning in different places, then you get different opinions and different comments. Then you get very confused. Then one guy says, oh, cannot touch the Quran without wudu, and then says, well, you can touch, and then that one guy says, oh, this and this, that. There's so many things. You get very confused. So always stick to one organization, learn from one sheikh. Like I have been learning from Sheikh Husseini for a long time, you know. Sit with him, learn whatever you can, and slowly practice. Whatever you can do, you practice. And then after that, then maybe you can learn more by reading and all that. So talking about reading, something very dangerous is website. Today a lot of people, they like the Google Sheikh, you know, the Sheikh Google. They want to know something, especially when we are new Muslim, right? You have some guy come and ask you, why did you become Muslim? You want to marry a Malay girl, you know? They say, no, I'm convinced this religion is this. Oh, sure or not? Huh? What about this one? What about this one? Have you read about this one? Then you're stuck. You cannot answer questions. You Google. I want to answer. I don't care. I must answer this guy. Must refute him. You Google. Start Google. Then you Google. Then next thing, another question come. Then you Google again. Google again. Check Google. Very dangerous. So, alhamdulillah, here I think we make a bookmark where we listed some of the authentic website which you may refer to and get the authentic knowledge, the correct knowledge. But generally, don't try to argue with people, especially when we are very gung-ho. We want to, talk to our friends. I remember when I become Muslims, one of my friends, my childhood friends, he's a very strong Christian, and then I talk to him, go out, have teh tarik, and then every teh tarik we argue about religion. Now after 11 years, I thought about it that I shouldn't be doing that, because you start to push people away from the religion. So that's why we must learn the knowledge and da'wah with wisdom, So we have to talk with wisdom. So be patient, don't try to argue. Sometimes when you argue, you create more harm than create benefit, And that's why Allah never asks us to argue. He asks us to talk in a debate in a very, very good wisdom, using wisdom, hikmah. Even when Musa alayhi salam, when he was asked to convey the message to Pharaoh, Allah asked him to talk in a very soft manner. Give him the hikmah. Perhaps he may accept. Pharaoh, can you imagine? We have never met Pharaoh. Pharaoh is the worst guy ever created, ever walked on earth. The person who claimed he is God, right? So even then, Allah asked Musa alayhi salam to speak softly to him. Tell him with hikmah, maybe he will accept. So, number one reminder to us, don't argue, not with a Muslim, not with a not yet Muslim. Sometimes we become very gung-ho, we want to do everything in one go. My experience is, after 11 years of Muslims, alhamdulillah, and I'm still learning, we learn slowly. I have been always learning from the authentic source, so that you don't have to undo a lot of things. Otherwise you learn something wrong, then you'll be like, oh, you have to undo. To undo takes more time to learn from fresh. So alhamdulillah, we are fresh. So learn from the right source, learn the correct religion, learn how to differentiate between culture and the teaching of Islam. And inshallah we can compromise. So we see something done which is in the cultural context, but within the Sharia compliance, then we know how to accept things like that. Instead of argue with people, oh, this is wrong, this is haram. Because many of the times we may meet people like this. And for the single brother and single woman, another word of advice also, you will see a lot of people come to tell you, you're still single, or I have friends, I want to introduce you to, get married. Get married. It's good to get married. I have a friend who loves to marry mualaf. They always, they think mualaf is like a endangered species, something exotic animal, they like to keep as a pet, So they love to meet. Oh, mualaf, oh, come. So yeah, so you will see people, because I also embraced Islam before I got married, so I get a lot of all these comments like, oh, you still single? Come on, brother, come on, I introduce you, this very, very nice, pious Muslimah, You can meet friends, but I'm not saying you shouldn't, but just be cautious, because you get comments like this. And I'm sure some of you already, when I speak, you laugh. I'm pretty sure you already got comment like this. So, okay, I'm going to let Sheikh Husseini to take over, inshallah. So here I would like to end, and just a reminder, be patient when we start breaking the news and start to blend into the Muslim society. Be ready, because it will be tougher than when you break the news to your parents. It's always. Until today, I still face issues. When I salam people are still like, why are you salaming? I have a beard, hello. Until today, I remember there was one time I went to Friday prayer with the juba, white juba, full set of juba with kopi or something. I came out from the Friday prayer, and then I was walking with a Malay guy, and the Malay guy looked at me and said, you Muslim? I said, I just walked out from the masjid. But yeah, you will get comment like this after 11 years. Inshallah, may Allah grant us patience, grant us the understanding of this religion, and grant us wisdom to deal with them. And with this, I would like to end my talk. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
the rewards. Alhamdulillah. Why? Because in the Islamic calendar, you don't have 28 days, you don't have 31 days, only 29, 30, 29, 30. So if you calculate, then it's about 360 days. So 360 days, 30 days in Ramadan, and 6 days times 10 is 360 days. That's how the calculation is. Yeah? Now, brothers and sisters, in the same time, the Prophet said, Inna Allah la yaqbalu tatawwa'a hatta tu'addi farida. Look at this discipline. Allah will not accept optional deeds, extra deeds, until what you owe Allah is being paid back. That means if you miss, like your sister, they may have their period, they have menses, they can't fast for 1 week. So you must pay that 1 week first, then the extra 3 weeks, you can try to fast 2 days in a week, 3 weeks, 6 days. Then you complete the 6 days of Shawwal. But do not rush into that fasting if you still have the Ramadan to pay, meaning the fardu fasting to pay back. This is the adab. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for the sisters who are trying their best. For the brother, only 6 days, because the brother don't have menses, alhamdulillah. They don't have period, they fast the whole month, shukr, alhamdulillah. Now, to all the good brothers and sisters, you know that the spirit of Malaysia are very unique when it comes to fasting and Ramadan and Eid, the Hari Raya. If you go outside from Malaysia, Nusantara, not only Malaysia, you will see that they only celebrate the first day of Hari Raya. After that, everything back to normal. You know? The concept of open house is only well known in this part of the world. Other than that, no open house policy. Because this is, we just finished our struggle for fasting 1 whole month, controlling our food. We don't eat so much. Suddenly, Hari Raya, we eat for 1 month. You know, open house almost every weekend. This only happens in this country. If you go to an Arab, if you think they want to open their house to welcome you, no way. After prayer, everybody will go home, lock the door, sleep. They will rest, have a good rest, because Ramadan, everybody is busy staying awake every night. Especially the last 10 nights to get extra blessing for the night of power. There is a night called Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. Yeah, people who understand that, people stay awake reciting Quran, get closer to Allah, so they hardly rest. So after Eid prayer, alhamdulillah, everything is just like a curfew, silent. Everybody is sleeping. Our spirit is different. We are going to house. First day, maybe there are 20 houses open for you. You can't go to so many houses. I only managed to visit 5 houses. That also I collapsed already. How to eat, yeah, from one house to another house. But that is part of our culture here. Now, few things I'd like to share with all of you. The first part that I'd like to share is how are we going to adjust ourselves when we are reverts. Now, there are times that if you are married already, then you know that our partner who have a family, you know, Muslim, they are going to visit. So whether you can adjust yourself or not, whether you can move with them together, this is something we have to get ourselves adjust and ready. In Islamic marriage, before we get married, it's good to know certain culture, certain tradition, and see whether we are ready to make some changes or not. Because we know as brothers and sisters, some of us are very quiet people. We don't socialize a lot. We like to be very private. So when Hari Raya, probably we may celebrate with our immediate family, mother, father. After that, bye-bye. We want to have a holiday break. Most of us were planned like that. My family, my Chinese family, always do that too. My sister say, Hari Raya, no, not Hari Raya, Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, they are not here. Chinese New Year, they go for holiday. So they don't have to think of entertaining anybody. They just want to relax with the family. You see, the Malaysian or the Muslim Raya is not like that. They have to pray together. All the whole family member will come and pray together. The additional tradition here is they will pay a visit to the graveyard to visit their loved one. That is not recommended by our Prophet for Hari Raya Day. You can do it other days, because Raya Day is a happy day, not for you to go to the graveyard. Until you die, you have to go. If you are still alive, you don't have to go for Hari Raya. Go to the graveyard. No need. But majority of the culture here, they will gather the family, then they go to the graveyard with good intention. But it is not the teaching of our Prophet to go to visit the grave on the first day of Raya. You can go other days. Why they do that? Maybe because now all the family from far and near are together, and then now they are say, why not we pay a visit to our loved one, our father, our mother, our grandparent? Because when they are together, they say, let us do it together. That's all, to make it more easier. But people who have understanding, they will not do that. They say, we will plan other days. Before we move back to our own country or our own cities, then we'll pay a visit to the grave. It's not bad to visit the grave, because the Prophet encouraged us to visit the graveyard so that it reminds us about one day we are going there too. That's why there's one prayer the Prophet said, when you reach any Muslim graveyard, you give them salam. Assalamu alaikum ya ahlad diyar minal muslimin wal mu'minin wa inna insha'Allah bikum lahikun. Each time when your Muslim see a graveyard, the first thing the Muslim must do is to offer them a prayer. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon all of you who are in the graveyard. Whether you know them or not, all are your big family, because all Muslim is like a big family. And since you have left early, sooner or later we will come for. We are going to come here too, as a reminder. Now, brothers and sisters, the second thing that will happen to know what is going to happen when you are involved with a Muslim family. The Muslim family always want the young one must honor the elders. It is not right to let the parent come and visit their children home. Even their parent house is small. They live in a low-cost house or maybe flat, but still the adab is all the younger children must come to visit the elders. Must you give red pao, ang pao, or che pao? No. It is not our culture. Islamically, it's not for you to give anything that particular day. That's why in Islam, before you perform prayer, you must pay your zakat fitrah. Remember, all the brothers and sisters, you must pay your zakat fitrah. Why? To make sure nobody back and ask for money on the 8th day. Because it's a happy day. How can you allow people to come and beg and ask you for money? No. You give them their right before the prayer. That is why Islam emphasized a must for every living soul to pay zakat fitrah and give it to the poor and the needy before the 8th prayer. So after each prayer, you are not supposed to see anybody lining up in front of the mosque, still waiting to ask for money. You can't do that anymore. But again, culture is culture. Some still do that. Now, the important thing when you visit the parent, because the Prophet said, look at the teaching of our Prophet. Laysa minna man lam yuwakkir kabirana. You are not one of us, if you do not show respect to the elders, if our father is still alive, our mother is still alive, we must pay respect to them first before we go to our friend's house. But our prophet have alerted us, there will come a time where we are so close to our friend more than to our own parent, that we have time to spend with our friend, but we have no time to visit our parent. Do this happen to us today? Yeah? Do this happen to us, brother and sister? Yeah, it happened to us. Don't do that anymore. You only can make them happy when you respect them. You only can respect them when they are still alive. When they are gone, they are gone. For you to regret later on is no point. You should show your closeness, your respect, be dutiful to them when they are still alive. And again, some people will visit their elders, but they don't make them happy. You are not supposed to burden them, but parent being parent, they will work very hard to prepare food for us. A good children, like all of us were young, we know that our parent is no more young, they are old. Don't call them to do anything. Tell them, Papa, Mama, you just relax. Remember, just relax. We can organize that for them. That is how we should come in. Islamically, that's how we should come in. We know what our parents love to eat. We should know. They know what we like to eat. But most of us don't check what our parents love to eat. It's good to know what kind of fruit they love, what kind of biscuit they enjoy, you know, what kind of drink they like, so that when we come back to them, we as children bring back all this good thing for them. If you can serve them with organic food, give them organic food. Don't give all the junk food and kill them faster. You know? You want your parents to be happy when they are healthy. Yeah, make you happy to make life easy. It's very important, brothers and sisters. This adjustment is important for you when you are young. Yeah? I remember when my mother was still alive. My father died when I was very young. Before I became a Muslim, my father had passed away. That was how many years I became a Muslim? 40 over years. Before that, my father had passed away. My mother had been struggling, taking care, bringing up all the 6 children by herself. Yeah. We value her sacrifice. You know. It's very hard. But she worked very, very hard. And she disciplined the children very, very hard. And I value that a lot. You know? So when she was not well, never once we want to make her unhappy. Whatever she needs, we try to give it to her. Whatever she wants, we make sure she has the best. That's what we do. And make her, I always want to make her smile. When you see her, recall back the history when she was young, what she was doing. You know? It's good to recall this. The good memory is something we like to share. And if I have my children and my niece and nephew, I will tell them the story about their grandmother. No? Good memory, people remember, inshallah. But we always like to be, we have very little wisdom. We may have problems sometimes with our family member, but don't bring the bad memories. It's time for them to have good ending. So try your best in the future. When you are in a family, the family spirit is important. Now this family spirit not only apply for the reverts, it also apply for the born Muslim, if the born Muslim want to get involved with the reverts. There are times we encounter problem when the born Muslim complain about their partner who are reverts. By right, you know, as a Muslim, it's so easy, because Raya is only one side. Yeah? You don't have to think of the other side. If both are Muslim, then you have to think of both sides. And in the normal tradition, Islamically speaking, most of the wife must learn how to give way to the husband's side first. That means Raya Day, we should not plan to take our husband to our side. No. Honor our husband, right? That we will follow him to his side first. Go to his family side first. That should be the way. Because the man, the son, have more responsible to the parent than the daughter. Yeah. If we have son and daughter, our daughter will follow their husband. We will give them all the support. That should be the way. Then our daughter-in-law must follow our son. That should be the manners. Give the right to the man first. So if you are mixed marriage, it's so easy. Because if you are with the Chinese only celebrate Chinese New Year. Hari Raya Puasa, only the Muslims celebrate. So you don't bother about visiting their family. But when come Chinese New Year, now your husband will follow you because he don't have to visit his family. He visit your family. That is good. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people ask me, I want to marry a revert, you see. So we don't have this competition. 1 year this side first, another year that side first, and then your parent will be upset, and then the other side also will complain. So sometimes we don't know how to handle this issue. But if you are guided by the Islamic principle, it's easy. Every Muslim family knows. Remember, sisters, every Muslim family knows, one, if their daughter is married to somebody, the daughter have to follow the husband's side first. You don't have to worry. But when you are going to control your husband, and your husband want to please you so much, follow you first, that is not good. You know what will happen? First thing, your in-law know something is wrong. How can my son don't come and visit me first before going to visit the other side? But because our in-law are very patient in front of us, quiet, not happy, makan hati, and she have to swallow all the pain. Yeah, because we don't understand. In Islam, discipline, adab, give and take is very important. Because your parent as a lady, as a wife, your parent will not expect you to come back first. They know already. They have accepted that principle. When you're married, you follow your husband first. Now, it's up to the husband to use his wisdom now. There's no such kind of let us play fair. Year 2016, I follow you. 2017, you follow me. And then we rotate. No, there is nothing to do with this kind of. Every year, your husband's side first. When you show this respect, what do you know? What do you get in return, brother and sister? What do you get in return? I ask the sister first. What do you think you'll get? You will get in return. Sisters, share with me. If you follow your husband, if your husband are born Muslim, you are revert. You always follow your husband the first raya to visit his family side. What do you get in return, sisters? Help me, sister. What do you get in return? A big packet? Duit raya? Maybe. Maybe. It depends how your in-law, if they have the money. Oh. They'll give you an iPhone 8 maybe. Yeah. They're happy. They're very happy. Yes. The little sacrifice you made for the sake of Allah, you make your in-law very happy. And they will love you more. You have to gain the love from your in-law. You may love their son, but if they are not happy with you, you know what's going to happen in your family. It's a big test from your husband now. He have to choose. His parent, you. His parent, you. But when you can win the other side, his parent will remind him, take good care of her. Take good care of my daughter-in-law. Love her more, because you gain the love from that family. So in Islamic marriage, brother and sister, it's not just marrying solo, one by one. No, no, no. I love you only. Remember, you only. Nothing to do your papa, mama, your brother, your sister, you only. If that is the situation, there will be a lot of problem in life. Because Islamic family is not to come and divide and break the family tie. It's to strengthen. A good wife, know what you should do, brothers and sisters, to the sit. If the husband, your husband, is far away from his family, because he has been so independent, he don't care. A good wife will remind your husband, yeah, my darling, my sweetheart, you know, we must plan to visit, yeah, the family. Your daddy need you, your mommy need you. She say, no lah, they don't like me lah. No, I'm the most disliked son. Don't agree with him. Say, no, you don't know what happened. Sometimes they make a very strong decision because you don't know why they make that decision. I know even among my family members got hard time when my mom is struggling. Some of the children is still young. She have to pass the children to some family member to take care, to bring them up. She have to work very hard. And when my other family and my sibling came to know that they were raised up from a different family by our own family members, auntie and uncle, they were very upset. They came all the way. Sometimes they are living overseas now. They came home all the way because they want to sit down and talk to my mother. Why, my mother, you abandon me? You don't take care of me like you take care of other siblings. It's not easy. So when they talk among themselves, before they want to meet my mother, they call me. I said, come, let us sit down. Don't talk to mother in that manner. Don't ask her anything now. She don't have to go through all this issue now. She have gone through all the hardship before. And now look at what we have now. Are we happy? Do we have a good family? We have a good family. Why must you recall back the old memory? You know that our mother have to sacrifice. You don't understand. Neither I understand. As if mother is still healthy today, you can go and talk to her. She is old lady. Don't do that to her. Don't make her go through all this. You don't understand. It's not easy for a mother to make that decision. True or not, sister? As a mother, how hard we have faced our life. We will take care of our children unless situation have forced you that you have to send them somewhere else. I stop my sibling. Don't ever talk to. If you talk to, anything happen to, I will blame you. Look at your life today. You have a good family. You are happy. Your children. That's all you have to focus now. and move forward. I know because when I was young, I was very young, the one that my father loved most is not me, because I'm the youngest boy. My mother loved me more. My father, no. Yeah. But I can't blame any one of them. Yeah. You see, Islam will give you the right understanding, brother and sister. When you have the right spirit, mashallah, you have a lot of peace. No, don't ever compare what you have done for your parents and what they have done for you. Don't ever compare. In the time of the Prophet, there are people who compare this. They said, "Oh, Prophet Muhammad, I have served my parents. I washed them. I cleaned them up. I dress them, I feed them because they are helpless now. But they keep on demanding this, demanding that. You know, talking to elderly parent, you know what? Is a one-way communication. It's their way, not your way. With your children, sometimes you can still play around. My way. But with parents, their way, whether logic or not logic, my way. What you need to have, brother and sister, when you face parents like that, what should you have, brother and sister? What is the most important thing that you must have? Patience. Allahu Akbar. Sabr. Two things you must remember. Plus another one. I always say the 3S. 3S, remember. When you have problem, number one, have patience. Allah said to us, Inna Allaha ma sabirin. Allah is very close to those who have patience. Number one. Number 2S is to stay connected with Allah, salah. So that Allah will give you the energy, the strength to hold on to your anger, your frustration. Hold. Be connected to Allah. In the Quran, always Allah said, Allah said, Wazkur, remember Allah. Fazkuruni, so that I remember you. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu sta'inu bis-salah bis-sabri was-salah. Oh, you who want to ask Allah for help, when you want to ask Allah for extra patience, you must stay connected. Pray, worship Allah, so that Allah give you the inner energy. The last S is shukr. You know what is shukr, brother and sister? Do you know what is shukr? Yeah. Be thankful, be grateful. It's an opportunity Allah give us, an opportunity to be dutiful to our parent. Because by doing that, if we die serving our parent for a right cause, the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah is so pleased with us that He will enter us into paradise. Just by showing our love, our kindness to our parents who have shown us their love and kindness when we were young. You remember when you were in the tummy, brother and sister, in your mom's rahim, she had to warm it up. She had to suffer your fly kick, your roundhouse kick, your side kick. You don't remember that. It's not easy to get pregnant. That's why whoever died through pregnancy, the Prophet said, you die as a shahida. Shahid, because it's a struggle. It's not easy to understand how the suffering the mother have gone through for 7 months, 9 months, just because of us. If they are not kind to you, you hit them, they hit you back. You hit them, they hit you back. What is going to happen? You come up blue-black already. No. Your nose will go this way, your eye will go that way, because you are still molding, and then you keep on hitting them, If they got angry, they hit you, keep on hitting, punching you. I don't know what's going to happen when they come out. With all the extra muscle here and there. But you see the love they give you, mashallah. And the minute when you were born, remember, brothers and sisters, those who have children, they will realize, the minute a child is out from the mother's womb, what happened? Do the child cry? Do the child scream? Of course. But how do we? The child will cry, but do we cry or do we enjoy? Do we enjoy? When you look at the baby come up, you see the baby is crying and shed tears. We also shedding tears, but our tears is a tear of happiness. Allahu Akbar. Just try to imagine that, brother and sister. Because that will give you special love to your parent. Yeah. But if there's any hardship you have gone through with your parent, don't ever bring it up. You cannot compare. So the companion asked the Prophet, I have given my parent everything, but they still demand, should I give in? You know what the Prophet said to the companion? You cannot compare what your parents have given you and what you have given them. Never once you compare. You anta wa maluka li abik. You and all your property belong to your parent. Allahu Akbar. Without them, where are we? They send us to school. They send us to clinic when we complain pain here and there. They buy this, they buy that, they buy toys. Any problem we encounter, they are always there to respond, especially the mother. The father also is always good if they give all the support. The father work day and night, extra, overtime. Why? To make sure that they have enough to support the family members. How can you compare what you have given to your parent and what the parent have given you? We should honor them. Should we honor them? Good. Now, I'll give you a short break now. I'm looking at the time, 5 minutes. Just a short break. Q&A, yeah. For this part, then we go to the second level. Any of the sisters, the brother, who like to share with us something or ask us anything? Just a short break. Faddal.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah barakatuh.
What are the rulings of visiting a grave? What can we do and what can't we do to visit a grave?
Yeah. The first thing when you visit a graveyard for Muslims, Muslim graveyard, is to offer them a prayer for everyone in the grave, giving salam. Assalamu alaikum ya ahlad diyar, or ya ahlal qubur min muslimin wal mu'minin wa inna insha'Allah bikum lahiqun. Very short prayer. Yeah. If you can't memorize the whole, you just say Assalamu alaikum ya ahlal qubur. That is the minimum. That means you don't go into the Muslim graveyard without offering prayer. And you are not supposed to only go to your graveyard, your father, your mother, your family, and then just pray for them. You couldn't do that. You pray for everybody there. Then you can visit that particular graveyard you want. What you do, there is no extra thing for you to bring flower. Don't need to bring flower. That is not our teaching. It's tradition. Nothing to do with Islam. You bring yourself and bring a prayer. When you look at the graveyard, if it's a bit unclean, grass, and then you can just clean it properly, and then you make a prayer again for them. Just for them. Just now it's a general prayer. Now you focus, oh Allah, forgive my father or my mother or my uncle for whatever sin they have committed. Because the Prophet always said, thing that you need to pray for the people who have passed away, istaghfiru li akhikum. Ask Allah to forgive whatever sins that they have committed. That's all. When Allah forgive them, then you know the mercy of Allah will come in. That's all. You don't have to bring flower or anything, no need. Just bring yourself and bring your sincere prayer. Do some cleaning, yes. But what happened today, it become a culture again. Near to Hari Raya, you will see a lot, or you go to visit the graveyard, a lot of people, caretaker is doing a lot of cleaning, putting pot, and they are going to charge you. Don't do that. You don't need to pay anything. You just go and clean by yourself. It's good. You do it by yourself. Yeah. We don't want people to commercialize this day. But a lot of people, they ask you, what flower do you want? Orchid, red color, yellow color, white color. What kind of pot you want? Say nothing. We will do it by ourselves. Just do that. And big prayer and just leave. That's all you have to do.
I saw some people reciting Al-Fatiha to the grave.
It's not recommended.
Not recommended
at all, because no Quran recitation. Just ask Allah to forgive their soul.
Okay.
According to the Prophet, say, Istaghfiru li akhikum. Ask Allah to forgive them. The Quran is for the living, for us who are still alive. Those who have passed away, they have nothing to do with the Quran. Now we just ask Allah to forgive them. Okay? And if possible, don't sit. The Prophet don't like you to sit here on the graveyard. Stand and pay respect to them and ask Allah to forgive them. Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sister. Now, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
I believe all of us here are mualafs.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Mixed.
I think there will be two issues that we face now, or we will be facing. Number one is our parents are non-Muslims.
Okay.
There are some who are Muslims, alhamdulillah, but chances are they are non-Muslims when they are alive. And how do we treat them? And then the day will come on their death, which I have gone through, like my mother and father. But I think we would like your advice on how we handle this situation.
Good, good. Now, for those family who are not yet Muslims, where we are Muslim, our parents are not, we pray, may Allah give them hidayah. If they die as a Muslim, it makes things very easy for us. It's like my mother, my brother. For my brother, we offer the prayer here. We made all the arrangement, and my sibling was very happy too. They said it's so easy for us to arrange when they are Muslim, because the Muslim funeral is very fast and easy, simple, and you don't have to think of how much you want to pay, because people will just come and help you. My brother's grave funeral, we don't pay anything. Everything has been arranged, alhamdulillah, because we love to help each other. It's not a business, So if they die as a Muslim, it makes it very easy for us to arrange it. But if they die as a not yet Muslim, then the Prophet allowed us to be there, to be present as son, daughter. You have the right to be there. You have the right to even send follow the funeral until the graveyard. No problem at all. Only the ritual we cannot participate. Any other ritual prayers, we just excuse ourselves. So we just get ourselves busy in helping prepare drink. Normal the Chinese, they always have their package already. Guests will come, then they will sign to show that they are present, and then later on they sit down, you give them some drink, give them some tidbits and so on. We just get busy around that area. When come to ritual, we just excuse ourselves. That to be there, yes, you have the right to be there. The Prophet never forbid us to be there. Now, about when you want to visit them, it's the Chinese New Year example. Go back. Chinese New Year have no ritual. It's just a tradition that they choose. This is the year once in a year, if possible, all the children should come back and be united with their family. It's a family reunion. So just go home. Only when you want to serve your parent, if they want liquor, example, you just replace with some very healthy drink, tonic. And I do that. I say, I give you something that is more healthier than that. Even I have to spend extra, I don't mind, because I don't get involved in serving haram thing for them. I don't buy that. Even, you know, last time when my family said, well, I travel a lot, hey, in the plane, it's very cheap, no? You buy this drink, this liquor. I say, I will buy a better one for you. You know? So they thought that I will buy something like what they want. So I buy something more healthier. That the more you drink, the more healthy you never get drunk, inshallah, you know, because it's not something that intoxicate you. We cannot. If they want anything that is haram, that we know is haram, we cannot offer them that. But we will tell them, don't make them unhappy. Give them a bigger surprise. I'll give you something better. You use your wisdom. That's why wisdom is very important. You know, you don't argue with them. Don't make them. You buy something that make them more happy. If you know that they need some supplement that they need, even you have to pay more, pay. Something make them stronger is good. Yeah. I just example. You can visit them, like the Chinese New Year. Sometimes even the Chinese New Year, you want to give ang pao, no problem. It's just a tradition. Even you want to serve them tea, serve them tea. There's no problem. This is halal drink. Yeah? No problem at all. So normally I'll go home, but when my mother passed away, example, mostly we all go to the mother's side. When where the mother stay, we will go home. So, but when the mother is not there, Chinese New Year, what happened? My family members, they are so accommodative. Yeah, they want to all the family together and then to have a good dinner. We know, yeah, Chinese New Year have a good dinner. So my sisters always say they'll come to my place. They'll come here. Why? Because if they prepare everything here, no problem. So we can eat freely. If they prepare it at their home, maybe there's some problem for us, for our family. So when my mother passed away, most of the Chinese New Year gathering, we have it here. You know, my sister, the in-laws all will come over here, and they'll come one day early to do the cooking. And here all utensil halal already, so no problem. You know, guarantee halal food here. So we make that adjustment, alhamdulillah. But you can be there, you can greet them New Year, because it's just a New Year calculation to the Chinese calendar. Yeah, there's no ritual involved. Yeah, yeah, that is what I can share with you now. Yeah. There are more things that is going to happen to you all in the future, but if you do not know how to handle, or you're not aware what to do, call us. Yeah, because this thing it happened immediately. Call us, we'll guide you. Yeah, from time to time. Yeah. Now we are moving to the second part now. The second part we are talking about. Yes, there's still one more question. One more question. Fadal. Walaikum salam. Walaikum salam.
I would like to ask, is it permissible for us to do 2 niyat for 6 days Shawwal together with Ramadan for the qada?
Okay. A very good question from the sister. Can we combine these two rituals together? That means one intention, one niyat. We are saying that I'm fasting to pay back my Ramadan, the day I missed, plus the 6 Shawwal. 2 in 1. Let us look into the saying of the Prophet. Opinion is there. Some people, according to your intention, you can plus with one intention. Now the Prophet did say, Inna Allah la yaqbalu tatawwa'a hatta tuaddi faridah. In Abu Dawud, the Prophet said, Allah will not accept what is optional if what is obligatory is not being fulfilled yet. And look at the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Very beautiful hadith. He said, Man soma Ramadan. This is the hadith that everybody use. Man sama Ramadana thumma atba'ahu sitta min Shawwal kasawm ad-dahri. Whoever finish Ramadan fast. Some Ramadan means if Ramadan 29 days, 29 days have finished. 30 days have been completed. Then the Prophet used the word thumma. In the Arabic wording, if there is a word, a sentence, after that it comes with thumma, there is a difference between thumma and wa. Wa means it can be back to front, front to back. But when the term thumma means after Ramadan, then you follow with 6 days of Shawwal. Not necessary to continue 6 days. Yeah? You can break 2 days, 1 week, 2 days, it's up to you. It's like he is fasting the whole year. So there is no combination. If you can combine this, we want to combine more than that. You know, each time we want to perform fardu prayer, there is also qabliyah before the sunnah prayer or after. If you can combine this here also, I want to combine already. So make it easy, you know. And if you want to combine for in the future Ramadan Salat to Isha prayer, you also need Tarawih prayer. Yeah? So you say 4 rakat from there already. You know? No, you don't do that. Opinion is there. Normally, when people give this opinion, I don't entertain opinion. Why? Because if the Prophet have made it very clear, then we just hold to the saying of the Prophet to safeguard our religion. Religion don't follow hearsay now. When we entertain hearsay, there's no ending. But we stop there when the Prophet said, 6 days after you finish Ramadan. Okay, sis? May Allah make it easy for all. But you don't have to worry so much for the sister. Even you say, but you know we miss because we have our periods for 10 days, so it's difficult. You don't have to make yourself difficult. If you don't even fast the 6 days, there's no sin involved. If only you can, you're welcome. If you can't, you just pay back your Ramadan first, and then you do other sunnah fast, other month, not in Shawwal. You don't have to worry about the reward so much. In the time of the Prophet, the companion, when they want to do something for Allah, they don't think about reward first. They just want to please Allah, that's all. It's up to Allah to reward you or not. Leave it to Him. No? Okay? Inshallah. Now let us move a bit here. We have some questions now? No more. Not clear. Now, brothers and sisters, I add a little bit more because after this there's a sister from Philippines who's going to join us in faith, inshallah. We hope everybody will also stay on to give her the moral support. Now, for those who have a plan to get married, or those who have married, alhamdulillah, please remember, brother and sister, we want to have a happy, harmony, peaceful family. Do we want to have that? Yes, yeah, inshallah. The first thing you have to do, if you are not married yet, please get close to your future in-law from now. Get close to them. Try to understand what they like. Try to understand. Learn a bit from them what they like. What they dislike is good for us to prepare ourselves. No? Just example, when you are a woman want to marry a Muslim man, the man is something that is very important for the Muslim family. They want to make sure that you follow their son, not queen control. When you have that problem, your parent-in-law is not going to be on your side anymore. Number two, if you know that your future husband is not close to his family, you have to remind him, go. This is your dad. By doing that, if your in-law knows, they will love you a lot. Yeah. Number 3, if you are going to stay with them for a while, yeah, then you must get some information. What from the mother-in-law. Yeah, because the one who stay home, the home ministry is the mother. You have to get to know what she like, because you are not supposed to be like a guest in your in-laws' house. You should be very alert. If the mother-in-law is so active, wake up in the morning, prepare breakfast, everything, do the cleaning, this is where we should come in and assist them, be with them. If you can wake up earlier than her, Allahu Akbar. And if you can help her more, mashallah, she will love you very, very much. You have to make some sacrifice, yeah, for the family harmony. And always in the Islamic environment, when the eldest is talking, the best thing for the younger one to do is to listen, not to argue. But if you disagree something, you have the right to explain to them, but not to argue. Listen first, and if you know that what they are trying to tell you is not so correct, you don't correct them on the spot. You try to soft talk with the mother-in-law. Mother, you know, you did mention just now, I believe most of us, the Chinese family, our Chinese family, do you call your mother-in-law mother? Normally. How do you feel, sisters? How many Chinese sisters we have? Can you raise up your hand? 1 Chinese sister. 2, 3. We do have quite a lot of Chinese sisters. Do you normally call your mother-in-law mother? You do. Yeah? Is that easy for you to call her mother? No problem. You call ma ka, mother ka, mama ka, mami ka, as long as the mother figure is there. You don't feel ashamed to call mother. I know for the Western people, they are not used to it. They will call you hello, hello. They don't even want to mention mother or father, because they don't have that value. They are very rugged one. Yeah. Sometimes they call their father by name also. You know? So that is not a good adab. You know, we have to adjust. If a mother figure is there, like the elders you call auntie, you don't call their name. Auntie, call your aunties, call your uncle. That's our value. Honor their status. Yeah? Now it is very important for you to acknowledge their status. You know, the father you can call papa, daddy, you know. What? But you know, we have one culture that is not healthy. The same go to Malaysian and Indonesia. The Indonesian call their husband what? The wife call their husband what? Bapa. And the husband will call their wife apa? Ibu. That is their culture. Here in Malaysia, how do you call your husband? Abang kan? Abang. Your husband call you what? Normally. Good. For the husband to call you sayang ka, intan ka, belian ka, honey ka, okay, no problem. But why do you call your husband abang? Again, is a culture. Abang is brother. Your brother cannot be your husband. Indonesia worse. Last time when I went in, bapak mana ni? So young father you have a, bapak suami saya, suami lah. He have a name. Call him with good, or you don't want to call him, then give him a nickname. Honey ka, sweetie ka, apa lagi? Madu ka, apa lagi? Darling ka. Give them a beautiful name. The Prophet, when he called his wife something, he called them with beautiful name. Like he called Aisha, Ya Humaira, the one with the red cheek. No. As long as she's happy with that name. You then call, hey, Bamboo. Why? Because he's so thin, you call him Bamboo. And then, hey, Chicken. Why? Because his body is big and the leg is small, you call Chicken. Don't do that. You know, anything that they love, that kind of nickname is okay. But if possible, and no, culture here is culture. They used to call your husband Abang. You call husband, yeah. Other than that, if possible. Yeah, I know until today a lot of our students also, even I have remind them when they call still Abang, because they're used to it. Yeah, but this name title is important. Yeah? Yes, where were we just now? About marriage. Yeah, yeah, about how you adjust yourself. Try to get close to the in-laws. That's why I always remind those who are not yet married, can I meet your future in-law? Why? Because I want to talk to them. I want to make the in-law understand their role. How they can help you as a revert is also important. Yeah. Born Muslim must show very positive example. Don't be judgmental, because a revert need time to change. Do we need time to adjust ourselves, sisters? Yeah, we need. We hope they will give us enough time. Example, when you want to go home Raya time, must you wear baju kurung only? No, as long as you cover yourself modestly, cover and wear hijab, good enough. Not necessary, but if they want to give you baju kurung, wear baju kurung, no problem. It's another fashion. Just remember that it's another fashion. It's not a must. Yeah, it's just something that I like you all to make some adjustment, so that the little sacrifice that you make, yeah, bring a lot of happiness. Why not? Don't be too stubborn in life, brother and sister. I know everybody have their own liking, own value, but be flexible. Too tough on what you think, your principle, is not healthy at all. I know once upon a time I'm a very tough guy. My way or no way. Easier. You want to talk to me? My way. Khalas. Yeah. But when I became Muslim, I learned reality is not like that. In real life, it's not just one way. Even Allah have shown us so many good ways to solve problems. Why don't we maximize the ways? Even to talk to people, you have many ways to talk to people. You can talk directly if you have the authority. But even you have the authority, if you use wisdom to come in, is always better. Give you one example. When you want to serve your guests, you can tell your guests, make yourself at home. This is your house. Can you say that? Is that good? Why not? It's an open policy. You know, make yourself at home. Or you can say, yeah, tea is there. The food is there. Then you go and prepare the drink and bring it to them. You sit here. I serve you. Which one is better? Which one is better, brothers and sisters? The one that you serve. But you don't have to do to everybody, especially the elders. When the elders, you can also call them to line up and queue. Oh, no. Uncle, you sit down. I will serve you. The extra mile you follow, you do, you get a kind of very deep feeling, love, respect to you. You don't lose anything. Be humble. You don't lose anything, brother and sister. Don't be, no, I have never do this thing before. No. My parent always serve me, not me serve my parent at home. And why I go to other people's place, I serve them. No. You can do that also if you want. But it's not going to benefit you. Humbleness, bring a lot of goodness to you. Do you believe in that, sisters? Yeah. Even you don't want to believe, you have to believe. Because that is reality. Give in to get more back. You don't lose anything. Everybody have their own value, I know. Like sometimes I would just want to alert some of you, especially the brothers. Now you may have some family member that talk bad about your wife, don't like your wife. So if your wife refuse to follow you to go to that place, honor her feeling a bit. Give her some space. Because she knows she got a bad treatment from them before. Maybe they don't like her. They like you but not her. So honor her right. Yeah, you just excuse, now mind, you can go. Yeah, I excuse myself. Don't force them. It's not fair. If they don't talk bad about any one of us, it's okay. But if you know they have been very mean to you, they show you have been there, they show that they dislike you. Then do you think you like to go there again, sister? No. So we hope that our husband will understand. And you don't go and tell them, yeah, my wife don't like you lah. You don't have to do that. He said she's a bit tired. Yeah. You can even say that she's not that well today. Are you lying? You are not lying. Her heart is not happy. She got heart sick. Sakit hati ma. It's a sakit ma. Heart sick. So just excuse. Maybe one day they change, then she may change. It's very important. And again, number two, if you have guests, brother, you may have a lot of friends. You love to entertain your friend. There are times that our wife just can't handle anymore. Then don't force her. She need a break, let her take a break. You entertain. But there will be some friend of you who talk bad about your wife. Don't let that happen. They have no right to talk bad about your wife. This is your wife. By talking bad about your wife in front of you or some friend, they show no respect to you. You must remember, you have the right to protect the honor of your wife. She may not be 100% good, but they don't have a right to go and give that kind of statement and show dislike. Nobody have 100% good character. This is very important. And if your guests come to your place, don't treat your wife like a servant. Help your wife, cleaning up, washing things, do that if you don't have a maid. I say to all of you about this because we are here. We don't have a full-time maid. We have only some who come and clean twice a week. The rest we do by ourselves. And our team, the youngster, will help us. Every night when Ramadan, after they left, we will do the last cleaning up. And that's why we sleep very late. People have left at 11 o'clock. We will sleep at 1 a.m. We'll do all the touch up. But so happened that I love cleanliness. I love to keep everything clean before I go to sleep. Yeah. My wife loves to cook and also clean, but because I love cleaning more, so I say to my wife, you prepare food, I do the cleaning up. And I enjoy cleaning. I'm not taking it as a burden. No. After food, it's good to do some exercise. Then just sit down and big tummy is not good. So you must enjoy doing things, then you won't feel a burden. Yeah? And the way we do our cleaning up, we make sure everything is clean, no left up dishes, and then we make sure that all the plate and everything must be kept in the drawer. We will wipe it, dry it, and then then we go to bed. So tomorrow when you use anything, everything is ready to be used. Sometimes you clean and you leave it outside, then you know at night you have so many visitors moving around in the house, you know, the big one, the small one. You have cockroaches, lizard, they may move around the plate, you know, they smell something, maybe they lay some egg here and there that you can't see with your naked eye, and tomorrow you use and then you have some problem. So that's why we make sure that everything that we clean, we will wipe it, dry it, and keep it, then only we sleep. Very good. Do that, you don't lose anything. Our in-laws sometimes are very clean people, and they love you to be clean too. Yeah. So a good husband always help the wife. Yeah. What's the point? You have muscle, you're strong, but you are not helpful at all. Everything, hey wife, hey, that's your job. No, no, no. The Prophet never said that. Yeah, household is the duty of the woman only. The Prophet himself was helping the wife at home, do the cleaning up, doing the sewing. He also sew his own clothes sometimes. So inshallah, we hope we have good partner. Yeah. If you are not married yet, brother and sister, you are planning, see us. Let us talk to your future partner. Yeah. You may not be aware of a lot of things, but we are aware. We will help them to understand. Yeah. Inshallah. Yeah. And how they are going to behave when they go and visit your site. We also have to teach them that you must respect, yeah, your in-law. That's your in-law too. Even they are not yet Muslim, they are your in-laws. What is right, you can follow. What is haram, you just excuse yourself. It's not difficult. Yeah? This is the few things I like to alert all of you. For those who are coming into the Muslim family, please make room for changes. Even you have your own personal kind of principle, it's just a principle that can be adjusted for the goodness of everybody. Why not? Yeah. No. 10 p.m. I want to sleep already. It's different. You are not well, but if you need to sacrifice a bit, no problem. And if you can't, then the husband should understand that you cannot serve your friend anymore after 10. Then the husband will have to do the thing by himself. No problem. Yeah. Give and take is very important in a family life. Yeah. Patient. S, sabar. The second S is what? Salah, contact with Allah. The third S is what? Shukr, be thankful whatever you have. Whatever we have, Allah has given so much. Compared with our parents, they don't have a lot like what we have today. You know, they work so hard. Yeah. I always remind my children, you know, you all have the comfort of life from very young, where we don't have. We work hard. We struggle very hard. We work here, we work in the factory, we're cleaning all the windows, you know. We do so many things. But now children, they grow up with silver spoon. Alhamdulillah. So we hope that they are thankful, grateful, and maximize the good thing that they have. And be kind, be helpful, dutiful, respectful to your parents. You will never regret. Yeah, inshallah. Any other two more question? We open for the question and answer again. Yeah. Any question from the sisters again? No question anymore. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Now, if you sense there is some problem that you are going to have from your in-laws, don't let it happen. Then you overcome it. Prevention is better than cure. You sense some uneasiness. They don't seem to like you like before. Quickly let us know. Share with us. Maybe we know how to help you faster. Prevention is better than cure. Don't let something happen, then only we find a cure. It's always better to be alert. Be sensitive with the environment, the changes. The same go to the husband, a good Muslim husband. They are very alert. When they see something strange happening, they start to think and plan how to solve the problem. Then you can see the problem can solve very fast from the beginning. They talk about interfaith marriage. Father here, the brother here. When you have interfaith marriage, brother and sister from different race, you will face different kind of environment, culture, tradition. So just have an open mind. What is not against Islam, make adjustment. You don't lose anything. Now.
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh.
Waalaikum salam warahmatullah.
Sheikh, when talking about the interfaith marriage, I would like to know more about the blessings from our non-yet Muslim parents, especially like for my parents who are not yet Muslim. There's two types of blessing that we have. One is after they do their own prayer based on their beliefs, they have their prayer and they'll bless their children. Is that allowed for us? One, can we accept those kind of blessings from our parents? And another thing, during a festival, we will actually gain, like for Hari Raya, we'll normally do salam. Chinese offer tea. For Indians, we will sujud. We'll offer sujud at their feet. So is that also not against Islam? So I would like to know that.
Yeah. This is something very important from the brothers. Different culture have different way of showing respect. Anything that do not contradict the Islamic principle, we will compromise. Anything that go beyond, we will have to excuse ourselves. It's not that we are showing disrespect, but we just cannot follow everything that do not that contradict. One contradict, we have to make some sacrifice. What we do is, I know some culture, they'll come to the mother's feet. There was a saying, even they say in the Muslim tradition, they say our Prophet did say that paradise is below the feet of your mother. But that hadith is not authentic at all. Of course, you must honor your mother. Our way of honoring is very different. We hug them, and we kiss their forehead. Show respect. That is our way. So we don't have to go down to that. We have to make some adjustment. I think not yet Muslim family, when we know we become Muslim, they also are prepared to accept some changes. And that's why we must be firm with our principle that do not allow us to do that. That's what we have to do. Check anything contradict. I give you one simple example for the Chinese. Chinese New Year, normally the Chinese family like to serve oranges. Anything yellowish. Why they like? Because yellow color is gold color. Gold color always bring good luck to them. We may have to take orange, no problem, they serve orange. But sometimes the oranges that they put on the table is gone. So many guests come in, eat gone already. They have some extra oranges that they serve their deities. They put on the altar and they just want to bring it down. That kind of orange we don't eat. We just excuse it. It's okay, I have enough already. Thing that you do not know is okay. Thing that you know, they are bringing it down. They know the deity is not going to eat. It's just a tradition offering. We can't. Anything offer for any other spirit, we cannot eat anymore. We just excuse ourselves. You understand that? That is not offered, we can eat. Even is halal thing. people slaughter halal chicken. They offer to the spirit, to the jinn. But the jinn don't eat. They just put there for 1 hour. Maybe some egg there, or some other biscuit there. Then now the jinn finish already. To them they say, jinn finish eating already. Now it's time for us to eat. We don't eat that anymore. That's why like Deepawali or Thaipusam time when they break the coconut, that's their belief. Now that coconut is being broken as an offering to their deities. We don't go and pick up the coconut and make santan anymore. And what nasi lemak. That is their way, let them. We don't participate in that anymore. So that is something very important. Any last question from the sisters?
Ustaz, I have a question.
Okay.
With regards to boundaries.
Boundaries?
Yes, boundaries between a woman and her in-laws. For instance, my brother-in-law, like say the husband or a husband is asking me to salam with his brother or his uncles or his, is that permissible?
For the uncle, yes. For the uncle,
my husband's
yes.
My husband's uncle, not my uncle.
Yeah.
Permissible?
Do you think it's permissible, uncle? From your wife, from the husband's side. Let me come back again about that. But when it comes to brother-in-law, yes, the Prophet did say the brother-in-law can be deaf. Why? Because they are so close. If something goes wrong, the whole family will struggle, will suffer. So that's why we must also know the boundaries. Our brother is not a mahram totally to our wife. So that we must be very careful. Islamically, of course, it's like us. Our cousin, they are not our mahram. Of course, we respect, we care for each other, but we don't have to hold their hand. We give salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam. It's important to know who is the mahram. Mahram means people that you can get married with. No, people that you can't get married, that is your mahram. People that you can get married is not your mahram. And it's important to know who is your mahram and not your mahram, to safeguard the family ties. That's my answer to that about the uncle from the husband side. I think the uncle from the husband is not a mahram too. Only from the wife side, yes, you direct, but from the in-law side, it's not your mahram. Understand who is a mahram, and then the non-mahram, then you try to protect yourself. Brothers and sisters, let us, because we have a gathering also for you, a lot of brothers and sisters bring some food to have like a raya gathering with our brothers and sisters here. But before that, we have a sister who like to be a Muslim, alhamdulillah. You are ready, yeah, sister? Good. Can they prepare the books, the registration book? Yeah, you try to take the green. We hope that the rest can just wait now, because don't leave until we have some makan. Camera, yeah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Let us recite this short prayer together before we end our class. Then we move to the second part. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. We end that. Now while we are preparing for the sister to come forward, if we would like to thank all the volunteers who have been so kind